Hello my friends, let's make a fall wreath. So what you just saw there are the materials you're going to need plus pipe cleaners. Now we're going to go ahead and cut the pipe cleaners in half because we like to save. So you see how long it is here. Don't use the whole pipe cleaner because you're just going to be wasting material, and it's so much cheaper and so much easier to cut it in half and then use it there. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to fold it in half, take my scissors, and I am going to cut it. And you'll see what I'm doing here. Take scissors and snap. And now you have two pieces of pipe cleaner to attach your mesh. And, okay, what am I doing here? Looking for something. Oh, okay, my mesh. Alright, so this mesh actually came from Dollar General a while back, and I only had one roll. It's not even, it's only 25 feet. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting right at 14.5 inches, and then I'm going to do, I guess, a woodland, I think it's called a woodland ruffle. So I'm taking the edge here, and I'm going to fold it in. And then I'm going to press down, just like that, and take my fingers in the middle and walk it up all the way almost to the end. And you'll see here now, I'm going to move my little rotary tool, fold that part in, and scrunch it together. And then with my half pipe cleaner, I'm going to take that, fold it in half, and attach it right in the middle. Just like that. Pull tight and just twist a couple times. And there you have your ruffle. And then we're just going to do it again. Measure out 14.5 inches. Take your rotary tool, not cool, sorry, and cut. And just the same thing. Put something heavy on one end so it doesn't curl on you. Take the bottom edge, fold it in half. Well, no, I'm sorry, not in half. You just fold it in just a little bit, just like that. Thumbs in the middle, and then walk your fingers up almost to the end. Remove the rotary tool, fold it in, and scrunch it. Just like that. Take your pipe cleaner, bend it in half, make like a little U or a little V, just like that. Place it in the middle, pull tight, and let go. Sorry. Okay, place it in the middle, pull tight, and twist a couple times. 1 and 2.5. And it looks like a little bow tie. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Oh, there you go. So I thought I had hit record and I didn't, so I went ahead and started attaching. But anyway, you see those two inner rungs there? That's where those are the two rungs that we're going to use to attach the mesh onto the wreath form. So put one on the top, one on the bottom, flip it around, and twist good a couple times in the back to secure it. One, two, half. I don't know why I always do that. And that's what it should look like. And then you're just going to do the same thing over and over again until you go all the way around the wreath form. And you're not going to have enough to go all the way around because, like I said, this mesh came from Dollar General and it's not enough. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to attach as much as I can around the wreath form until I'm completely done with my bundles. And then I'm going to go in, and you saw a 6-inch mesh from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put one of the 10-inch and then a 6-inch and then a 10-inch and then a 6-inch and so on and so forth. And then that way the wreath will become fuller and you won't be able to tell so much. And I'm just going to show you here again. Put them on the 2 inner rungs and then flip it around and give it a good couple of twists. And then you're ready to move on. Okay, I'm not really good at voiceovers, so I apologize. But I wanted to do it a couple of times just to show you how I do it. A lot of people have different ways of doing things. I'm just showing you mine. And yeah, there you go. So that part's done. I don't know why I'm just sitting there. Thinking, I guess. I think here I go ahead and start cutting some more pipe cleaners in half. I ended up using quite a bit of my pipe cleaners. But okay, right here you can see that I finished the other bundles, and we're moving on to the 6-inch mesh that came from Hobby Lobby. And we're going to measure out the same exact measurements. So 14.5 inches and cut. Watch your fingers. And then the same exact thing. Flip around, fold in, get your thumbs in the middle, and start walking your fingers up until you're almost at the end. Right there. Take the other end and fold it in and scrunch it together. Okay, and then take your pipe cleaner, bend it in half, bend your half pipe cleaner in half, place it directly in the middle, and pull tight and give it a couple of twists. So it's exactly the same way we did the 10-inch mesh, just with the 6-inch mesh. And then, like I said, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in between each one of that. I don't even know what color that was. It's like an orange and brown mixed. See how pretty that is? I'm going to go in between each one and then I'm going to place a brown one. Just like that. Flip it over. Same way, give it a good couple of twists, and there you have it. Okay, and this is what it looks like with all of it put together. So it looks a lot fuller. It didn't look that full when I had just the orange one on there, so I had to redo it. So we're going to go ahead and put that aside. Move your little nail that you just have. You have no idea where it came from, but move it to the side too. And then we're going to start working on, I believe I grabbed the pumpkin sign now, and that comes from Dollar General. Yeah, there you go. I got that last year or the year before from Dollar General. It's only $1. It's a great thing, a great deal. So now I'm taking 4 brown pipe cleaners, and they don't have to be brown because you're not going to see them, but that's just what I decided to do. You're going to bend those in half, but you're not going to cut them this time. You're just going to leave them whole because you need them long enough to attach to your wreath. So I go ahead and fold all of them in half, and then I'm going to flip over the pumpkin sign here in a second. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can hear my phone, but it's going crazy. And I've showed this before on how I attach the signs. And this one kind of gave me a little bit of trouble, but I finally ended up getting it. So fold them in half, flip your sign over, and then you're going to take your hot glue. I would suggest a stronger glue as well, but I had my that's not wood glue, what is it? Gorilla Glue sticks. And those usually work pretty well. So I'm taking off the label here. And then I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and take my glue gun out, and I'm going to make like four little puddles. You'll see what I'm going to do here now. But I put a little puddle of glue, and then I'm going to place my pipe cleaner and then put glue on top of that. So here you go. Let's watch what I'm doing. Little baby puddle, and then I'm going in and I'm like putting another puddle on top of the pipe cleaner, and I'm going to hold it there for a second. And because it's being glued onto metal, you know how hot glue and metal react, they just don't. So it cools quite quickly, not instantly, but good enough. Okay, and I'm just going to do this on 4 sides. Do your little puddle, place your pipe cleaner, wait for it to dry, and just like that, it is done. I do have to tell you that when I was trying to attach it, it didn't really hold too well, so I got a piece of fabric and I glued that onto the metal, and then I re-glued the pipe cleaner onto the fabric, and then I attached it. Okay. And to do that, I just try and squish my pipe cleaners in there. I'm going to flip it over. I think I'm making this harder than what it actually should have been, because I've never had this much trouble trying to attach a sign to a wreath. So there you see, I flip it over, and then I start attaching from there, and you just attach to the first inner rung and tighten it up from there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there, but like I said, that first inner rung, that's where I attached them to. I just kind of tied it together there. One, yeah, there you go. And you just do that with all 4 of the pipe cleaners, so you get a secure hold. And just like that. Doesn't it look pretty? It's starting to look really good. And then you could always go later and snip off whatever remaining pipe cleaner you have. But I think those ones were short enough to where it wouldn't scratch a door or a window. And now I think we're going to put on, yep, our scarecrows. Now these ones, I'm not sure. I think these ones actually came from Walmart. I do know that Dollar Tree has some, or they might be from Dollar Tree. I'm not sure exactly where, but either way, you pay $1.25 for one at Dollar Tree, and now that they have them at Walmart, you get them for 98 cents. So I'd go with the better deal. I'm just going to douse it with hot glue, and then which one am I doing first? The girl? We're just going to stick her on there, and that hot glue will attach really nicely to the mesh. Some of it, yeah, it does drip a little bit, but it does hold onto mesh really well. I've never had one of these come off with the Gorilla Glue, and that's the only glue that I like to use, the only hot glue I like to use, and wood glue actually. And then we're going to get our little boy. I think it's a little boy. There might be two little girls. Who knows? Or two little boys. I'm trying to straighten up his bow, and it does not get straight. But he's a scarecrow, and he's supposed to be flippy floppy. So that's fine. And then the same thing. Just douse him with hot glue. Just go at it. And then set him where you want him. And I'm going to put him right down there at the bottom. Hold him in place for a couple of seconds, and then we'll move on to the leaves. Look at his hat, how much his hat pops from all the brown and the orange. And the same thing with the leaves, just put a little bit of hot glue on them and stick them wherever you want them. And then you're done. So here it is. Thank you everyone for your time and for watching, and I appreciate you. God bless you. Remember to like and subscribe, and remember, if I could pray for you or anyone in your family, just let me know and I'll surely do that. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Love ya.